Good morning and Jai Hind children. This is our third video of the chapter Adjectives. In the last video, I had started explaining to you about the different kinds of adjectives and we studied in details the first four kinds. Here I am going to explain possessive adjective and interrogative adjectives to you all. Let's start with possessive. A possessive adjective shows possession or belonging. It answers the question whose. So possessive adjective, what does it tell us about the noun? To who does that noun belong? Okay, it might be a person, it might be a thing. So about the belonging, okay, who owns it? That is possessive adjective. Let's look at examples. His name is John. So whose name is John? His name. See, his is followed by a noun and it tells you that his name is John. That is why his is the possessive adjective. The dog is licking its paw. Whose paw is the dog licking? Its paw. Okay, the paw is of the dog's. So who does the paw belong to? The dog. Alright, that is why its is also a possessive adjective. The students thanked their teacher. Whose teacher did they thank? Their teacher. That is why there is also possessive adjective. This again I've taken from your book. You should not get confused between possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. A possessive adjective is placed before a noun while a possessive pronoun is used in place of a noun. Now the same difference that I had also explained to you for demonstrative. So similarly, like you had demonstrative adjective and demonstrative pronoun, there is also possessive adjective and possessive pronoun. And what is the difference? Possessive adjective is always followed by a noun, whereas for a possessive pronoun, it uses no noun. Okay, so if you see a noun after the word, it is a possessive adjective. If there is no noun, it is a possessive pronoun. As simple as that. We look at examples here. This is not my dress. See, my is the possessive word and the word after it is dress. Dress is a common noun. That is why my is a possessive adjective because it is followed by a noun. Next sentence, this is not mine. Alright, mine over here is the possessive word but there is no noun after that. That is why it is a possessive pronoun. I guess it is very simple. Next one. Interrogative adjective is used with a noun to ask questions. So by now you all know by the word interrogative it means to ask questions. So whenever you ask questions about the noun, the word is an interrogative adjective. Okay, let's look at examples. Which kite do you want to buy? Which kite? See, which is the question word. The word after it is a noun. Again, noun is following it. Which kite do you want to buy? Because you're using the word which for the kite. That is why which is an interrogative adjective. Whose car is that? Okay, whose car is that? Over here, whose is also a question word followed by a noun. You're using it for the car. That is why it is an interrogative adjective. Okay, so let's read this. Interrogative adjectives differ from interrogative pronouns in the manner that the former is followed by a noun in a sentence. Same thing, okay? Again, for interrogative adjective and interrogative pronoun, the difference is the same. In interrogative adjective, there will be a noun after the adjective. But for interrogative pronoun, there will be no noun. Okay. Example, what is that? See here, after what there is no noun. That's why it is interrogative pronoun. Next one, what time is it? Over here, after what you have time and time is a noun. That is why it is an interrogative adjective. Simple rule for demonstrative, possessive and interrogative adjectives. Please keep it in mind. Whenever you have a noun after the word, it is an adjective. If the noun is not there, it is simply a pronoun. Don't get confused. Okay, so this completes the explanation part of the chapter. Now we have 4 exercises after this. We have already done A and B. We are yet to do C, D, E and F. We are going to do it in parts. Let's see what we have in exercise C. Fill in the blanks with adjectives as indicated in the bracket. So the kind of adjective that you have to use is already given in the bracket and you have to fill in with appropriate adjectives. I'll just discuss the first one, then you will do the remaining in your rough copy. The dash prize went to Kavita. Here you have to use adjective of number. So what can we say? We can say the first prize, the second prize, anything. We can use ordinals over here. Okay, the first prize went to Kavita. We can do this. Remaining children, I want you all to try on your own in your rough copy. Please don't do this in the book or in the fair notebook. Do it in your rough copy. Okay. After this, you have exercise D, but exercise D I have not mentioned in my slides over here. I want to discuss that with all of you in my next Zoom class. When we meet next, then we are going to do exercise D. So we're going to keep it aside and we'll move on to exercise D. This you can do it on your own for your homework. Let's see what is the question. Identify the highlighted words as adjectives or pronouns. Also mention the type. So there are few words in the sentences which are highlighted in green. It might not be very clear in this slide, but if you see the PDF I have shared, there you will be able to see it very clearly. Okay. So the highlighted words over here, you have to identify the type and say whether it is an adjective or whether it is a pronoun. Again, I'm going to make you all understand the first one, then remaining you will do on your own. Whose pencil box is this? Whose is the question word. Now, the next word after that is pencil box. We all know pencil box is a common noun, right? So, whose is going to be an interrogative adjective because it is followed by a noun. Now, see the last word. The last word is this, and that is also highlighted over here in green. Okay, whose pencil box is this? Now, you know this is a demonstrative word. It points out to nouns. Now, look at it. Do you have a noun after this? No. And if there is no noun, then what did I teach you? It is a pronoun. So this one is a demonstrative pronoun. So how will you write the answer? You will write that interrogative adjective, comma, demonstrative pronoun. Okay, that is how I want you all to do the others in the exercise also. Please use your rough copy. Don't do it in fair. We're going to discuss this in the next class. Okay, after this, you have exercise F. This is a fun exercise. Here, which kind you have to use is not mentioned. You can just fill in with any adjective of your choice. Let's read what we have to do here. Fill in the blanks in the passage with suitable adjectives. Also, classify these adjectives in the table given below. So, there is a paragraph. Okay, the paragraph has some sentences. You have to fill in any adjective that you want. It can be any kind, but always remember it only has to be an adjective. Don't use some other word. After you have filled in the blank with the adjective, you have to put it in the correct box over here. Which column will it go into? You will put it over here. Okay. This also I want you all to do in your rough copy. So, I'm just going to discuss the first one. I went shopping with my dash friend last Saturday. Dash friend. So, I can say my best friend, right? I can write over here best friend. So, I can write best over here and best will go under quality. So, in the first blank, I'll write best. Okay, that is how you're going to do the remaining blanks as well. Okay, first one I have said best, so you can write best here and then fill it under quality because that is the kind of the adjective. Similarly, read on your own and then fill in the blanks and keep on filling the boxes at the bottom as well. Do it on your own. Don't take anybody's help. Do it in rough. Don't do it in fair. When I meet you all in the Zoom class, on the next Zoom class, I'm going to discuss everything with you. Exercise D, put it on hold. Don't do it. That is also something that I want to discuss in the Zoom class. This is all for the chapter adjectives. I hope it is clear to you all by now. If you have any questions, you can definitely pause the video, replay and understand. Thank you.